So what I have done is, sir, Shubhi's brain map has come to me in printed format. So there are around 6-7 pages which have come in the printed format. And what I have done is, once the format of print is finished, I have put down my observations in this handwritten format, right? So the entire thing, whatever I have observed, I have put it in a handwritten format. English as a language is comfortable to all three of you?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I do is, I generally do not meet the parent and the child before taking up the case history and writing down the report. Reason being, at any point of time, with any of your response as a parent or as a child, my mind as a psychometrist should not go biased. So I don't meet the parent and the child beforehand. Aishwarya has taken me the complete case history of the child. I have gone through the complete case history, and based on my observation, I have put down, based on your responses, I have put down my observations. I will step by step explain you the complete brain map of Shubhi. At any point of time, if as a parent or as a child, Shubhi feels that my observation is not matching with what actually Shubhi is, please let me know. I will be pinpointedly able to pick up the response from where that observation has come. Based on that, in case I need to deep probe the response, I will be able to do that. In case we need to change the observation, we will do that. Right? I hope you have gone through the video which Aishwarya has sent it to you. Yeah. So first thing which I have analyzed is on her orientation. In Shubhi's case, I find her practical orientation to be highest, academic orientation to be at number 2, and people orientation to be at number 3. This means if I give 3 standalone tasks to Shubhi, 1, I tell her to maybe draw something or paint something or play some guitar or go and do some table tennis, play some badminton, which is a practical task. Second, I tell her to maybe do 10-20 questions of maths or read a chapter of chemistry or read a chapter of history, which is an academic task. And third, I tell her to sit with somebody who is unknown, whom she does not know, she has never met before, and talk, chit chat, or debate on some topic. Out of these 3 given standalone tasks, her first priority will be to pick up and do practical tasks. As a second priority, she will pick up and do academic tasks. And as a third priority, she will go and get into unknown interaction. Do you agree to this, Shubhi and parents?
Yeah. Yes, correct.
Absolutely. This is going to be your task priority selection. Yeah, Shubhi?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is what we call as orientation graph, or we also call it task prioritization graph. As a psychometrist, what I understand from a task prioritization graph is that Shubhi should get into a course curriculum where there is a combination of practical as well as academic application. In case I send her to course where practical application is very minimal and academic requirement is very high, she is not going to enjoy that particular area or that particular course. This is only thing which I interpret out of this particular task priority selection graph. Having understood the orientation graph, we move to the second step where we try to figure out the aptitude of the child. In Shubhi's case, I find her aptitude relatively high, which are the high comfort zone areas. I find her aptitude relatively high in the area of, first is numerics. If I look at general playing with the numbers, she has shown me comfort playing with the numbers. So her numerics is good. Wherever there is a formula application on numerics is what we call as mathematics. Mathematics also she has given me good comfort with. She has shown me comfort with life sciences, that is biology, physical sciences, that is physics, legal political bent she has shown me comfort with, which is connected to civics as a subject till 10th grade level. She's shown me comfort in chemistry. She's shown me comfort in economics. If I look at her overall knowledge absorption method, I find her to be a very logically understanding oriented child. Now, here I'll quickly explain you. There are two extreme categories of children. One category of children are children whom we call are rote learners, or children who, if given a subject, topic, concept, they will completely mug it up without understanding. They are children whom we can say are rote learners. Second set of children are children whom we call are logic driven children who try to step by step understand the complete concept, method, subject, take it into their memory or understanding, and then go and reproduce in the exam. These children are known as logical understanding oriented children. I find Shubhi to be a logically understanding oriented child. If I give her some subject and tell her to mug it up, that is not something which she really likes or if she really enjoys doing. So her logical understanding orientation is high. She has shown me comfort in watch orientation. A lot of things she learns by watching. She has shown me comfort in artistic bent. She's not an artist, but she is artistic. So given a choice in drawing, painting, doodling, crafting, these all things come under artistic bent. She's shown me comfort in artistic bent. She is sporty in nature. She's not a sports person, but sporty in nature. So given a choice of playing an outdoor or indoor game, she does play outdoor indoor games. She's sporty. She's shown me comfort in performing bent. Performing includes three things primarily: singing, dancing, acting. And within singing, there is a cluster known as instrument playing. Anybody who shows me comfort in one or more of these areas, we say the child has shown comfort in performing bent. Her performing bent is high. She is very good at interpersonal interaction. So we say she's interactive. If while sitting with friends or relatives, cousins, she's very comfortable in engaging in conversation. She's interactive in nature. So her interaction active aptitude or interactive aptitude is high. And overall, I find her to be a very explorative child. Means whatever comes her way, she would like to experiment, experience, expose herself, engage with the things. But here I also want to clarify that she is explorative, but she is not research oriented. That means if something gets stuck, she's not somebody who will go very deep into it, dig out entire knowledge related to that particular concept, chapter, consume that knowledge, then reproduce in the exam. She will not put in that much more of effort. So she's explorative, but not research oriented. For such kids, we say they are more horizontal, relatively less vertical in comparison to research oriented children who are too much vertical, maybe less horizontal. These are her high aptitude zone areas. Now, quickly, I will also let you know what are relatively comparison to these low aptitude zone areas, and then I will seek your comfort. And in case there is any disconnect, do let me know. Comparative to these, which I already explained you, I find her aptitude relatively low on linguistic. I don't see her too much comfort connect with languages per se. So be it English, Hindi, Gujarati, I'll come to it, sir. I have taken note, I'll come to it. I find her theoretical bent to be low. That means if I give her too much amount of theory to read, that is not something which she really likes. Her rote orientation is low, which I already explained you. Wherever I tell her to just mug up the things or rote learn the things, that is not something which she really enjoys. So her rote learning is low. Because of that, she's shown me less comfort in history, geography. She's also not shown me too good comfort with computers, that is coding, programming, software development, software testing. I don't see her doing. Her read orientation is low. I don't see her reading extra at all. Her write orientation is low. I don't see her writing extra in terms of blogs, stories, poems, and so on. I don't see her doing write orientation is low. As on day, I also find her speak orientation to be low. I do not see her participating too much in public speaking events like debates, declamations, jam sessions, and so on. I find her culinary bent to be low. I don't see her engaging in cooking, baking, chopping, and so on. Her digital bent is low. I don't see her engaging too much in photography, filmmaking, film editing. I find her adventurous bent to be low. I don't see her engaging in too much amount of physically adventurous activities like mountaineering, mountain climbing, slithering, and so on. And overall, what I already explained you, last but not the least, is I find her research bent to be low. So she gets into an area, but not too much amount of depth. These are her relatively low aptitude zone areas. Now, in this, please let me know disconnect. So one thing, sir, which you pointed out was on linguistic language. Please tell me.
So actually from the start, we found that her language control is quite good. I'm audible now?
Yes.
To the extent that she frequently finds fault in our grammar.
I respect and appreciate that, because if I look at her aptitudinal shift graph from sixth grade onwards, her English was lying in the top ranking subjects of 1, 2, 3, which has now come at the bottom. So from there, what I see, her base may be strong. I'm not denying the fact. She may be very good with her languages. But if I tell her to do something in the subject of languages deeper in, it is not something which is showing me very strong comfort.
I mean, as she's grown up, she's realized
And your voice is not audible to me.
as she has grown up, she has realized that I mean the future. I mean, she cannot make a very great future in language field.
I actually don't agree with this. That is her perception. Because,
Yeah, that's what.
Subhi, let me tell you, Vidya, in world, anything else survives or not, language will survive. See, today, Papa is a radiologist, right? So radiology tomorrow may survive or not. Language will survive. But anyways, that is a perception which you might have gathered based on your exposure and experience in and around. That's okay. We are not getting into the reason of why a particular subject aptitude in comparison to others have gone low. We are not getting into finding reason. What we are trying to do is, as on day when we have done this brain map for Shubhi, what are the things which she feels comfortable with, and what are the things which she is not very comfortable with. Now that comfort zone may be derived or maybe driven out from interest. So I don't find her interest application towards languages too much.
Okay, that is fine.
Yeah, should be anything else, my child, any other area which you feel disconnected with, whatever I have shared with you. Sure. So that means I must pat my back.
One thing was language, the other thing was photography. So as a casual interest, she clicks a lot of photographs. But
This is there with all these kids today. And all their cameras are very good cameras, and they all love to make reels, post it on Instagram, show it to their friends, send it to your cousins, parents, family groups. That is not something which we call in psychometry to be digital bent. What we call in psychometry to be a digital bent is if a child takes out time from her or his regular routine, gets out of the home with an objective to click photographs or to shoot videos, brings that clicked and shot videos back home, processes those videos and shots to get into execution of something is what we will call as digital. Otherwise, all these kids, because they are born in digital age, they have excellent cameras, they have access to mobile phones, they all click photographs. That is not digital.
Yeah, to that extent only.
Anything else, my child? Sure. Okay. So I have explained two things. I have explained you her orientation, her aptitude. As on day, if I look at her personality standalone, I find her personality to be academically less and practically more laborious. That means when there is no pressure, given an opportunity to do a practical task, she will find it comfortable to sit for long hours and do it. But the moment within that free time I ask her to do something related to academics or academia, she may not be finding very comfortable to sit for long hours. So for such a kid, we say, as on day, I find that she is academically less and practically more laborious. So two things which have got connected here. I'm just, since I'm sitting with very educated set of parents and child. If you look at her orientation, academics is at number 2. If I look at her personality, academic labor is low. Just keep this in mind. The rest I will talk at the end of the session. Coming to the fourth point, that is trying to understand her interest. Now, this is most important for you, Shubhi, to let me know or to cross-check and verify. I find your interest application as on day to be lacking, low, or I may be even a little harsh in saying I do not see your interest application. In which all areas? Mathematics. इसको समझो ध्यान से जो मैं बोल रहा हूं. Sciences, social sciences, computers, languages, and research bent. This means I do not see Shubhi doing anything over and above her school academic requirement in any one of these areas outside whatsoever. I find her more inclined towards practical, interactive, skill-based, and explorative bent. So today, if I have to figure out, I'll give you some very sweet examples. Now, Shubhi has shown me, let's say she's a 95% child, right? But if I look at your, interest application, for example, in the area of physics, I don't see you appearing for Olympiads, attending events, going for science fairs, doing experiments, reading research books, doing some reference questions and things like that. So I don't see her interest inclination in any one of those areas at all. Right? Same is true with mathematics, any other sciences, be it social sciences, there is nothing which I see. So in the concluding paragraph, what I have written is, looking at the current brain map, I find the child to be intelligent, but lacking in academic labor and read orientation. For any child, exploration of things or exploration of academic areas, non-academic areas, co-curricular areas comes from two ways at your age. One is reading, second is doing. Right? Now, in your practical application area, three things which I have seen you getting exposed to or getting exposure in include artistic bent, that is drawing, painting, designing, crafting, doodling, mandala art, this, that. I see some beautiful paintings at your back. I don't know whether you have made those or not. Yeah. Second is sports. third is performing. So doing, I think, fairly you are exposing yourself. But two things which I find you relatively less exposed to, one is reading. You're not doing extra reading, and that is something which creates a roadblock for first you yourself to clarify your taste. What is something which I am enjoying? What kind of subject is something which I would love to explore deeper, get further into, and so on. And further, obviously, to a third party psychometrist like me, who will be able to only judge your taste by virtue of your experience or exposure in that area, right? So as on day, I find her most suitable to take up commercial studies with mathematics in 11th, 12th. So tomorrow, if I was to take decision at the end of 10th that what Shubhi should go for, she should definitely not go for humanities at all. Reason being, her overall social sciences aptitude is low. Her extra read is low, extra write is low, extra speak is low, and her interest application within the area of history, polity, social sciences, sociology, philosophy is not seen. So humanities is out. Also, all sciences are out, because I do not see her inclination towards physics, chemistry, biology. She is good at the subject, that is part of her aptitude, but her interest application in any of these areas is not shown. So what I have written is, I find her most suitable to take up commercial studies with mathematics in 11th, 12th. And after 12th, a number of graduations are open even after commerce. Now, this I have specifically written because understanding parents come from scientific background, and especially from the medical background, we always have this hindsight that, commerce ke baad bacha kya karega? These are the type of flat questions which come on to me when parents come from scientific background. So I have just for your information, I have given some blip. What I have written is, after 12th, a number of areas of graduation are open for her, but to figure out next plan of action, a reassessment at the end of grade 11 is suggested to finalize a graduation course, including but not limited to financial studies, business studies, legal studies, communication studies, economic studies, computer studies, or liberal studies. इसमें से कोई भी कंफ्यूजन होगा, I will address your question. But these are pure, children who walk out from commerce in 11, 12 by default have these 6-7 lines which are anyways open to them. Beyond that also there are another 6-7 other lines which are open to them, but they are more in line with what they study in grade 11 and 12. There could be a mismatch that the child has taken commerce, but the child is wrongly taken commerce. So we try to figure out something which is an alternate option. Alternate option, I'll just quickly tell you, alternate option could be design and fine arts. Alternate option could be sports and physical education. Alternate option could be travel tourism management. Alternate option could be, performing arts, singing, dancing, acting. Alternate option could be any of the vocational studies. So these are options are also available and open. But what I need to do is, two things I have suggested to you right now. One, I suggest her to build strong reading habit along with 10th, and try hands-on exposure in Python computer language to figure out her taste at the next level. These two things I want from her. Second thing, these two things, I want her extra exposure. So one is reading and second is Python computer language. Because if I quickly look at Shubhi at present, you have not shown me very strong comfort with artificial intelligence, subject which you've studied in grade 10. But to be very honest, and correct me if my, I would say, larger observation is wrong, I see these children are not very passionately taught computers, artificial intelligence, informatics practices as a subject in school.
Sorry, actually, last one sentence, your voice was not audible.
Okay, I'll wait for a moment because my internet connection, it just showed was inconsistent. Now is it okay?
No.
Okay. So what I'm saying is, what my observation is, in schools till 10th grade level, the teachers do not expose them very passionately towards computer sciences subjects. because it is treated to be a surrogate subject, it is treated to be a redundant subject type. So I do not know how much exposure she has got in Python language at school level, but I would very strongly suggest her to take extra exposure in the area of Python language along with 10th. Second, she should definitely start reading. Shubhi, you like my face or not, it does not matter. But my child, let me tell you, the only way you will be able to figure out your taste at the next level is going to be from reading. And I would not restrict your read. Read anything. Read articles, blogs, editorials, read novels related to contemporary art, history, geography, sci-fi, self-help, fiction, non-fiction, whatever you want to do. But read. हफ्ते में एक नॉवल पढ़ो, 15 दिन में एक नॉवल पढ़ो, सुबह न्यूज़पेपर. You anyways expose yourself to current affairs for 30 minutes every day. Along with that, start reading editorials. सिर्फ editorial page न्यूज़पेपर पे खोल के पढ़ो. Because editorial में you will get an editorial from economics also, from finance also, from business also, from medical sciences also, from engineering and technology also. All areas you will get to learn or have some insight about what are the things going on in and around across subjects. And third most important thing which you need to do is you need to consciously give interest application in physics, chemistry, biology. How do you do this interest application? Number one, appearing in Olympiads. Please do appear in 10th Science Olympiad, Maths Olympiad, Physics Olympiad, Chemistry Olympiad, Biology Olympiad. So when you will be appearing for Olympiads, you will be forced, or you will, I would put it that you must be encouraged to study the reference books where real-time application of what you are studying in school comes into picture. I'll give you a very simple example. We all stay in India. Now this should be straight question is to you. Yeah. You get electricity at home. What is the voltage of that electricity? I think I am not able to hear your voice. I think you'll get up because again you are out of the phone. Yeah. Still your voice is not audible. Sir, screen thoda down kariye na computer ka. Perfect. Now go ahead.
Overall, I'm not sure. Like for the whole house.
जो भी क्वेश्चन
जो भी तेरे को
क्वेश्चन उसका आंसर
आप समझने की कोशिश करो मैं क्या आपको कम्युनिकेट करना चाह रहा हूं. आई एम नॉट ट्राइंग टू टेस्ट योर सब्जेक्ट, बट आई एम ट्राइंग टू कम्युनिकेट टू यू that your brain standalone does not show curiosity towards knowing things related to fundamental physics, fundamental chemistry, or fundamental biology. This is what is my observation. So give Olympiads, engage yourself with the reference books related to what you're studying in 10th grade in physics, chemistry, mathematics, biology. Attend events related to it, watch videos related to it, go and attend science fairs. I'm sure, sir, there are a lot of scientific exhibitions which keep taking place in and around Gurgaon. Please expose her to those things, because I mean, I'll compare it to an ideal scenario where a kid comes to me and says, I am 10 on 10 CGPA in CBSE, 10th exams. 10 on 10 CGPA means the child has got 100% marks in all subjects. Now they are exposed to 5 categories of subjects till grade 10. They're exposed to maths, sciences, which include physics, chemistry, biology, social sciences, which include history, civics, geography, and certain portion of economics, languages, which include English, Hindi, Sanskrit, or maybe any other regional language, depending on the type of school where you're studying. And 5th category of subjects are practical skill-based subjects, which may include artificial intelligence, art and craft, NCC, home science, and so on. A child who comes to me with 100 on 100 marks, that means is good in all 5 category of subjects. How do I figure out which is the right area for the child? I have to figure it out from looking at her interest application. So these are 3 things which you need to do along with grade 10. If status remains quo, whatever you see Shubhi today, Shubhi continues to be same. Her reading is not improved multiple times. Her exposure to physics, chemistry, mathematics, biology is not, interest application is not improved by the end of grade 10. Then definitely whatever I have written states stand, tall. That means she continues to take up commerce with mathematics in 11th, 12th. And we go for a reassessment at the end of grade 11. In case within next 1 year, you see substantial shift in her thought as well as her on ground application, what she has done in 1 year, then connect with me at the end of grade 10. We may, look at alternate option, maybe going for PCM. But as on day status quo, I have explained you what kind of things she should go for.
These subjects can be changed.
Ma'am, your voice.
The subjects can be changed after 11th.
Ma'am, what I understand, Shubhi has finished grade 10, finished grade 9. She has come into grade 10.
Yeah. So we were actually, this counseling we wanted to have just to like decide which subjects to take in 11th.
Exactly. So I have told you that the subjects at present, which she has to take in grade 11, include accounts, statistics, business studies, economics, and English, along with mathematics.
Yeah, so that's what I was asking. If she takes up these subjects, can she take in the 11th physics, chemistry, biology? No, she won't be able to.
Exactly. Till 10th, till end of 10th, she will study all subjects. She will study maths, physics, chemistry.
Yeah, that is fine.
Right? So status quo, when I say status quo, I mean if her interest application within the area of sciences is not built in next 1 year, because we still will be finishing 10th by March 2024. Correct me if I am wrong. So we still have 1 year to go. In Mayanka's daughter's case, she has finished 10th. She has come into 11th. So coming into 11th, she has to take decision today. So in her case, I have said, I don't know, whatever, I don't remember what I have told her based on her brain map. In Shubhi's case, she must put in conscious effort in mathematics sciences in building interest. Number 1. She should try and build reading habit parallel to grade 10, number 2. And she should expose herself to Python language as an additional hand holding, number 3. These 3 things I want her to do along with grade 10. Now, if she is in a position to grasp a larger comfort zone, for example, she starts doing deeper research in the area of sciences, deeper research in the area of mathematics. And when I say sciences, it includes all physics, chemistry, biology. Then we may think of changing current decision towards the sciences by the end of grade 10.
But I think she is not a researcher kind of personality.
That is what I am saying.
That I agree. Our main concern is like according to as per her personality type, which profession will be more suitable for her. This is what is our concern.
Ma'am, personality is going to change.
So there is some basic instinct in all the person. Some people are like more into like reading. Some people are like, of course, more practically oriented.
I understand.
Some people don't want to just sit with the books whole day. They just want a more interactive kind of work. So our main goal of this counseling is to like, we want to know what all like future professions are. Like in the future, what all professions are going to go up.
Okay, I will answer your question. Ma'am, there are 3 things. Number 1, when you talk about counseling or when you talk about assessing a mind for perspective of career building, four parameters are important. It is not just personality. Personality is one part out of it. You have to understand child's orientation, aptitude, personality, interest. And it is combination of these four which will give us a direction ahead. Looking at the combination of these four things, the direction ahead which I see as on day for her is taking up commercial studies with mathematics in 11th, 12th. That is answer number one. Answer number two. The moment we are looking at just personality or just aptitude or just orientation or just interest, all these four things with time do change, will continue to change. Today, if the child is less laborious, we cannot say tomorrow child cannot build up academic labor. Today, if the child is an introvert, to tomorrow we cannot say the child will continue to be an introvert. The child may suddenly open up within 1 to 2 years and become an extremely extrovert child. But yes, broadly speaking, today, as I see Shubhi, she is academically less laborious. So definitely she should not get into a course curriculum which demands a lot of labor. That is in a broader sense we can look at. But sticking to it, keeping in mind that labor is never going to in future increase is not something which is viable or relevant, which we can assure or which we can fix up as on day. Third part of your question, which I am getting onto, is what kind of professions are futuristic professions? Now, I have defined certain fields which I spoke. I will re-speak or retake you through that. The things which are open for Shubhi in the righteous direction include financial studies. So in this, degrees could be BSc Finance, BCom regular, BCom honors, BCom professional, or could be any area of BBA in finance, financial investment and analysis, investment banking and analysis, and so on. So these are financial studies. Second could be business studies, where she goes for a BBA, BMS, or a BBS degree, where again a lot of different specializations are available, which may include marketing, finance, systems operations, information technology, aviation management, hospitality management, travel and tourism management. It could be entrepreneurship and family business management. It could be business analytics and strategy management, and so on. That is management or business area. Third could be legal studies, which may include a BA LLB, BB LLB, BCom LLB, BBA LLB, or BSc LLB, which is basically the area of law. Fourth could be communication, which could be a BA English Literature, Bachelor of Mass Communication, or BA in Mass Communication and Journalism. Fifth area could be an economics area, where she could go for a BA in economics or a BSc in economics. Sixth could be a computers area, where she could go for a Bachelor of Computer Application BCA or a BSc or a BSc plus MSc integrated program, where again there are loads of specializations available, which may start from artificial intelligence to machine learning, cloud computing, data learning, automation, blockchain, cryptography, Internet of Things, ethical hacking, search engine optimization, search engine marketing, digital marketing, game designing, application designing, web designing, creative designing, UI UX designing, and so on. And sixth area could be liberal studies. Liberal studies is a newer concept in India, where the child gets into a graduation without fixing a degree. So normally when we studied, either we got into a degree MBBS, or we got into a degree which was a BE, BTech, or we could get into a degree which was a BA, BBA, BCom, or a BS. Now in liberal studies, you don't fix a degree when you get into a college. You get into a college, you study all 5 category of subjects which you have studied till grade 10 once again. So you study subjects related to mathematics and sciences, you study subjects related to commercial studies, management studies, humanities, social sciences, performing arts, and foreign languages. and then you take up a specialization or a major and a minor in third year. Depending upon your major at the third year, you will get a degree. So if your major comes from science maths background, you get a degree which is BSc honors. If your major comes from commerce background, your degree is BCom honors. Your major comes from management background, your degree is BB honors. And your major comes from foreign language, performing arts or humanities background, your degree is a BA honors. So today, when a child has just finished grade 9, I do not wish to restrict any particular area. Parallel to that, in case getting into any area requires a certain kind of a skill or exposure, since I have time, I would like to give that exposure, so that in case that line also becomes open for me after 12th, I will not leave it. I would keep it in consideration. So at present, reiterating, I have told you to do 3 things. 1, take extra exposure in Python language. 2, try and build reading habit. 3, try and build interest application towards maths and sciences. Keeping this in mind, we may go right up to grade 10. If status quo is there, that means in spite of her as well as our efforts as parents, she does not pick up any special interest in any one of these areas which I told you. We take up commerce with mathematics in 11th, 12th. And we do this reassessment. What I have done today, we do this reassessment at the end of grade 11. In case there is a substantial shift, which as parents you will be able to see, and which Shubhi will also be able to realize with herself, the type of things I have exposed you to, then we may do a reassessment at the end of grade 10. Ma'am, over to you.
Right now, actually, our understanding of the different fields is very low, because of course we have been just confined to the medical line.
I'll let you know. What I will do is, rather, we are sitting on a laptop. Is it right, sir? I will just send you a literature.
Actually, there is one thing, the fear of unknown. So the other fields we want to know, but we are not sure what kind of fields they are, what is the future, how much struggle is there. That is the thing that is like, that's what our apprehension is.
At all points of time, we can be clear in academic area for not more than next 1 to 2 years. As far as information related to various things is concerned, Dr. Mukesh, I think I have your number. What I will do is I'll right away send you. Yes, I have your number. Sir, I have sent you a literature, which is a parent's handbook of careers after school. This literature contains all possible career options available in India after 12th. It is just getting uploaded, sir. This will give a lot of insight to you as a parent of what all options are available. This is the same book which has been published by CBSE on their official website. So even CBSE has circulated this publication of mine to all CBSE affiliated schools across the world, be it Japan, be it South Africa, Sri Lanka, Dubai, Bahrain, Qatar, and all. So this book will give you a fair good idea of what kind of a option or opportunity is available to children after 12th. As far as Shubhi's case is concerned, as I said, as on day, what I see her not to be a humanities kid, also I do not see her to be a science kid. So the area of humanities and sciences we will take out and all the areas where a commercial studies kid can go remain open. Those areas I have written in the report also, that anyways I am going to send it to you. So you will be in a position to look at it. In case there are any other questions, queries, you have my personal number, you can speak to me, no worries.
In just one last question we would like to ask.
Ma'am.
Your opinion about continuing further studies by moving out, to Canada or Australia, abroad. So is that something which we should consider, or it's not something really?
Ma'am, for post 12th studies, I always say Indian graduations are the best and the strongest. Also, there are other psychological considerations which we should keep in mind, which the child has to go through at the age of 17, 18, or if the child goes through at the age of 21, 22. There is a lot of difference. So I generally suggest Indian undergraduations are the best. And also because undergraduation in India is more, rather anywhere in the world, is more of an explorative time. She should do her exploration of undergraduation in India, and once she becomes very, very clear of what specialization she wants to get into, then if she wants to go for a foreign education stint at master's level, is what she should go for. At UG level, generally I will not recommend that one should go for foreign education, unless and until, again, there are a couple of things which I say, unless and until you as a parent and she as a child is very keen that she wants to migrate abroad, never come back to India. That could be one reason. Second, if a kid is absolutely clear and comes to me and that say, sir, I want to do, for example, robotics engineering at Massachusetts Institute of Technology, US. So I know that the child is going to a world-class university, getting into a not available in India kind of a course. I would say green, go after 12th. But if the child has to go for a generic course, a management course, a communication course, an economics course, then I would say go ahead and do your UG in India, undergraduate in India, and then go for your post-graduation abroad. और बोलिए सर.
Yeah. And so you can send me that book you are saying. I'll go through that. And later you can ask if you need some more clarification. Yeah, so I will go through that book which you are sending me, and if some confusion comes, I'll just drop you a message or two.
Give me a call. I'm storing your number, Dr. Mukesh. So no worries. In case I'm in counseling or something, I will revert to you.
Right.
No worries. And in case Shubhi also has any confusion, any doubt in her mind, punch across a WhatsApp to me with your query. And in that, do write that I'm Shubhi Rao. I had taken a career counseling with you. This is my query. Please revert. I will revert to you. Because मैं सर 10th के एंड का फाइनल वर्डिक्ट एक साल पहले नहीं देना चाहता. So I have written certain things where I have said that she should take care of these things in grade 10. After that also, if those things are not sufficiently taken care, then also I have written this is the path she should follow. So I have written status quo. If the things same things persist at the end of grade 10, she should just continue with what I have said. Then you don't need to get back to me. But in case there is a drastic shift which I have suggested her to take for herself, then you may get back to me once.
Yeah, she is student, she is a child who needs.
सर आपकी आवाज फिर चलेगी बाहर.
Yeah. So if any direction is given to her by her teacher or parents, she follows it practically very well. It's like that. You gave some suggestion like reading more, exploring more her science subjects. I think she will do it and then she will decide.
Absolutely, because she is not bad. She's not
Yeah.
bad at science. She's not bad at math. She's not bad at social sciences. She's not bad at languages.
Yeah.
Right. So if the decision is to be taken tomorrow, then I have given
Yeah.
her what she should be doing.
Okay.
Because I
We have
see her to be a ninth kid, finishing ninth, coming to 10th, I have given her certain conscious things to be done in 10th. That is the only thing which I have suggested.
what we wanted to actually. This is what we wanted.
Okay.
So thank you, Mohit, for all your time.
Anything else, Shubhi?
The same thing as your assessment. Unknown people, she doesn't talk loud.
Come again?
Do you like your assessment?
Yes.
So, fine. I'll wait for your book.
Sir, I'm just now sending it. It is not getting attached. So I will just restart it.
Maybe because of
Send
the
it to you. And also, I will scan this report and send it to you. And then whatever is your query, please feel free to speak back to me.
Sure, sir. Thank you.
ठीक है जी शुभी